So this is the Japanese Tokai. I'm going through the Vibrolux setting on the Supersonic. The power brake is allowing the volume on that to kind of get soaked up a bit. It's on about 3, which is a 60 watt combo, and that would just destroy the building if it wasn't plugged into that. Anyway, and I'm not kidding. One thing that these guitars react to nicely is the dynamics in the playing. So that's the neck pickup. Okay, both together. Same setup for the Chinese Love Rock, and I'm back on the Vibrolux setting, and let's try the neck pickup. Right, initially to me that sounds a lot less output. This has got the PAF Mark 4, I think it was, and I think the Japanese one's got the Mark 2. So I'll double check that. It's going to be in the specs somewhere here, so I'm kind of doing this video in bits. But anyway, to me this sounds a lot sort of cleaner compared to the Japanese one. Let's have a listen to the neck pickup. And then the bridge. Okay, that sounds a lot quieter. Maybe that's to do with the pickup heights to some degree, which obviously is another thing that you can change. One of the important things is that, you know, this comparison really is to give you an idea of what the guitars are like in terms of quality, sound, and how these kind of guitars sound in general if you're just not familiar with them. But what you've got to bear in mind is that every guitar, doesn't matter what model or make it is, you can personalize it. You know, you can change pickups, or you can set pickup heights differently. Things like that make that guitar, you know, very personal to you, because obviously then the combination of that and the amp that you're using and effects, it makes your sound. But you know, I don't want people to sort of watch these videos and think, yeah, that, you know, I've got to get that sound, because it's very difficult to get something exactly tone-wise that someone else is doing, and also there's so much subjectiveness in these guitars. Okay, so just bear that in mind. If you hear slight differences, you know, it's not like, oh, that's it, that every single one from the factory is going to be the same, because each bit of wood is different as well. You know, the top on this one, I've got to say, it's extremely attractive. Okay, so let's try a bit more on the clean settings, and then I'll go over to the overdrive, or the crunchier setting. Let's try some chords. So that's both pickups together. Let's try it with the neck pickup. And then the bridge. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to the kind of high gain section of the amp. It's got two gains on this amp. I don't know if you're familiar with the Supersonic, but it's got two overdrives and they kind of work against or for each other. It's quite an interesting setup. Fenders are not notorious for their outrageous lead sound, but this one actually, I've got to say, is probably one of the best I've ever heard from a Fender. So this is set up so it's a bit crunchier, not really, you know, I don't want to saturate the sound too much, but let's give this a go. Okay, so everything's on full. Okay, so that's the bridge pickup. That's the neck pickup, and they're both together. Okay, let's give the Chinese version a go and see how they sound. Immediately as well, just playing these back to back, the action on this one's a little bit higher. I think I prefer it actually, so I might adjust the action on the Japanese one, but that's a personal thing. Okay, so you can hear the difference in the output on the pickups there is quite noticeable. I'm on the lead sound and it hasn't got that kind of fieriness to it that I'm hearing from the Japanese guitar. Again, that's a subjective thing, that's personal. If you wanted more gain, you could just turn it up. Okay, let's try some chords on the Chinese one. No, I actually forgot what one I was playing there. They're so good, these guitars. There's the neck pickup. Let's try both of them together. Just going to go all 50s rock and roll on you then, but I thought I'd spare you my singing. Okay, and finally I'm going to put the gain up a bit. On the amp there, so let's try these now compared to each other with a bit more gain. Okay, neck pickup. And let's try both the pickups together. I'm just going to try rolling this pickup on. That's really nice actually. I'm really pleased to see that, because a lot of cheap guitars, it's all or nothing basically, but this has got a really progressive interesting. That's really nice, and I'm really pleased Tokai haven't kind of scrimped and scraped on every last detail, because there are a few differences on these guitars, as you'd expect. You know, I said earlier, 3 times the price. Would I have 3 of these for one of that? Who knows? Let's try with a different setting on here. Bit of delay. Okay, so now I'm going to try the Japanese one, the final setting with a bit more gain compared to this. So let's give that a try. Okay, so I'll go back to the previous setting for the other comparison. Okay, it's funny, I don't know if it's just me or if these necks are different. I might measure them actually, it's so weird, or maybe it's because the action's lower on this, or the frets are slightly smaller, but they do feel different, and I actually got confused the other day. I was playing them back to back, and I even forgot what one I was playing, so you know, it's pretty impressive. Okay, sorry for the tune. Okay, let's try the neck pickup. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. I wanted a gold top with P90s, and I took my friend Leslie Nemesh, who you might have seen in some of my videos. He's a bass player from a band called Haircut 100. We went to the music shop, and I played the P90 guitar, which I wanted. I've been hankering after for ages, and he went, "Nah, it doesn't sound like a Les Paul. You want that Thin Lizzy sound." And we tried 4 or 5 Tokais. You might see the video elsewhere that I did from the music shop. So I bought this instead. So I might have to go back and buy the gold top, but I'm not going to tell him. And then I'll hide it when he comes round, and then I'll just enjoy the P90s to myself. So. My hands are freezing. In case you're wondering, it's the Shrek. Now I'm going to put the outrageous, both the, what are they called, volume gain things on full. We'll have a bit of delay and stuff in there as well. Okay, let's try one final time the Japanese on the full lifter settings. No, sorry, the Chinese. Okay, so I recognise that you know, that might be a bit over the top in terms of what most people are looking for sound-wise, but turn the effects off. So this is just the guitar now. Whenever I hear these two pickups together on a Les Paul, I just can't help getting funky. I just think it's 1974 all over again. Right, I hope that's been of some use to you, or even if you don't even want to buy one of these, you just watched it for a bit of fun, because there's nothing on TV, even better. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, if you want more ridiculous guitar comparisons and random guitar stuff. And if you've got anything that you'd like to see, guitar-wise, obviously, you know, if you wanted to see a Lamborghini or something, I probably couldn't help you with that. And, you know, thanks for watching. Take care. All the best. See you around.